Case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there's going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
What's happening, everybody? What's going on with it? Who's in here? Who's in here? Side day. What's up, Brown Bear? Mom Bear, what's going on? What's happening with it? Hope you saw the little clip in the beginning. That was checking convictions. You guys know her, man. She's a mod on the channel, member, subscriber, good friend. Made a post yesterday, and then I shared Noelle's post. I believe it was today. You know, she's been battling cancer for some time, and you know, we talked with her off YouTube, along, you know, with YouTube, and became pretty close with checking, and been in contact with her family. This is, you know, mostly Noelle. But we're going to plan something for her tomorrow on Noelle's channel. Give her like a proper goodbye live and stuff like that. It's a sad day, you know. We pretty much we're losing a friend, a creator in the community and stuff like that, people. So I wanted to let you know. But tomorrow on Noelle's channel, we're going to do like a proper goodbye live and stuff like that. You know, Check-in used to always say, you know, how real I was and how we were her favorite couple on YouTube and things like that. But through a lot of conversations with her, you know, I got to know her, and I'll speak on a lot of this tomorrow night. But one thing she would not want would be for people to be super upset and sad, as anybody probably would not wish that, you know. And she always said that I had a good heart and that I did right, and she liked to laugh, and she liked the people that I called out and reviewed. And I know that if she was still with us, this is what she'd want me to do tonight. So that's what I'll say, you know. And again, we'll do a proper live on this tomorrow night on Noelle's channel with other friends, other creators that were close to her. Trying to plan something a little special, a little proper. So if you'll tune in to tomorrow with Noelle, you know, it makes me think, man, being that I've been, you know, right there when the phone calls have came with her family, and listening to the conversations, it puts you back in that mindset where grief really hits and kicks in. And all I could say is, if I could explain this to you, try to draw you a picture of what's going on, give you a visual. What's happening right now is the reality of your loved one is about to leave forever has just became a reality. And family is super upset. And it's a tough couple of days. The problem with this scenario for anybody is it really doesn't kick in until the funeral. The day of the funeral is when you get crushed. And you may seem to stay strong in the days right now, but that day of the funeral is when it all comes down on you and really reality hits. And I just want to tell people that, remind people that of what they're going through could easily be me or you today, tomorrow, next week. So keep your loved ones close, say kind words, say what you mean what you say, but never say it mean. Because you never know when that last call or communication will come. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get that out again tomorrow on Noel's channel. We'll dig into it a little deeper. We'll give you more details, and we'll probably have the family with us. So if you'll join us over there. What's up, Miss Carol? What's going on, Joanne? We all love checking very, very much. I'm glad I got that little skit, the little intro. And she was talking about the wells and creators who covered the wells. Hit the like. Do it for checks. She would want that. And it's a good little piece that she says, 30 seconds, whatever it is, in the beginning of the live. I don't know when this thing posts to YouTube, when I'm done with the live, if people who watched the live that weren't in the live, if they could see that. So if you're rewatching this, I had a trailer on of checking, and she was giving a recap of creators talking about the wells. She basically was standing by innocent until proven guilty. And it's common sense. And that's what she stood for. She was big on wrongful convictions, checking convictions. And she didn't like tragedy pimps. And behind the scenes, there's a few tragedy pimps that I cover all the time that personally affected her and attacked her. And I'll get into one of them tonight if we have time, maybe both of them. But it sucks. What's up, Grandmaster? Fancy Pockets. That's going to be Lori Shortlegs. I don't know how I remembered that, but I'm glad that you told me you changed your name. If you ever do that, people, do like Lori did. Lori said, hey, I changed my name. This is Lori Shortlegs. And her name is now Fancy Pockets. But if she didn't do that, I wouldn't know it was Lori. And it's important to me that I know who I'm talking to. So please, if you change your name, please say it in a comment until I comment back to you. If you just say it and I don't say anything back to you, continue to do it until I do. Checking convictions, who we're talking about. But again, people, I want to just say that short piece tomorrow night on Noel's channel. We'll get into it a little bit. We'll get all the way into it. Like I said, man, if Checks was with us, and she's still with us, but people, she's on her way out. She's on her way out. So she would want me to do what's in my heart, and that would be for sticking up for the family who is getting attacked here on YouTube. So with that all being said, please join us tomorrow on Noel's, and we're going to leave the serious side here, and we're going to go ahead and get into the live tonight. So the last live that I did, I was in the car, and I was talking about, I wish I could tell you this and that, blah, 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 of what's going on with Don. That's because when Josh, the idiot, this guy is big on, he really needs the narrative of sexual assault to be associated with the Summer Wells case for whatever reason. And he's trying to paint a narrative that there's going to be some charges in Utah. That's not ever going to happen. Jonathan Lee Riches was talking about this. People have been playing Don, yelling at Josh. And I mean, like, rightfully so. The dude the dude's missing his daughter. And all we can say is, according to the police, there's the case is at a standstill. Okay. According to YouTube, Don and Candace are completely guilty and this and that, but people need him to be arrested on this sexual assault stuff. He needs to get arrested. But if you listen to what happened, you have Don, he's snapping at Josh. It's freedom of speech, people. If you know anything about this channel, I've had police on YouTubers before and all this type of stuff. I don't want to repeat it. Sound like a broken record, but you guys have been through it with me. Nothing comes from that. But you have these minions and these morons who decided to call his probation officer. Okay. Because in the recording, Don's like, I'm going to kill you, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and call my probation. And he plays it, Josh. But the fat fuck that he is, then he played it with like an agenda for people to call his probation officer, which is comical because Don's not on probation anymore. So imagine the days after the amount of phone calls that got ringed into that probation office. And when you call a probation officer, you don't get them. It's always a voicemail. But Don even fooled me because, I'm telling him what's going on. And then finally I figured out that he's not on probation. But it's comical to see these people. They need him to be in jail. Like in some of these these miserable haters' heads, the way that they think is Don Wells, if he goes to jail for threatening Josh from the lab, then now the police will take it serious about the missing kid case. Like they're not taking it serious already. But this is how these people think. It's the same thing with the Utah thing. Nothing's going to happen with the Utah thing. Like nothing is going to happen. You're getting not misled, but I guess you're getting misled. It's funny to me though that all these people called a probation officer who's just not there. Don gets a last laugh on this one. The dude's going through a lot. I'm going to talk about for the cow lady versus Brandi. I'm going to talk about that. But as far as the title goes, everyone calls her the cow lady. Her name is Miss Daisy. I put it in my title because everybody does it, but I don't call her the cow lady. But everybody, it's the contradictions and it's like this fake outrage and outcry that you see so much on YouTube. Everyone calling her the cow lady. As far as creators, will be the first ones to tell you that you body shame them or this and that, which is comical. I'm still laughing in my head about the people who called the probation officer who's not the probation officer. Could you imagine the office the next morning? 9,000 calls. And then the morons who called the police. Oh my God, he's on probation too. Like the cops are like, yeah, no. Like they're not saying it, but they're like, yeah, but oh, okay. Oh, what's that now? Oh, he's on probation. Like they're looking on the computer, they're just like, okay, this is a bunk tip. Like it's kind of comical, I think. So I thought that was funny. Couple comments here. Yeah, well, I don't have any beef with Miss Daisy. The reason I put that in there is because I want to talk about the contradictions, just like the people who call her. I see what you're saying, Carol, but the people who call her the cow lady will be the first one to say somebody body shamed. I don't call her the cow lady. I don't have a problem with Miss Daisy. I go on her chat often, frequently. We don't have an issue. I wanted to say that because any subscribers don't get anything confused. I just put it there to prove the point because you have all these people with the fake outcry with Miss Brandi and Miss Daisy, which is it actually more contradictions. And this is me, I'm the last one to talk about this, but with the most thought into it. You have people who are all upset about whatever happened. First off, I don't know Brandi that well, but I just want to recap this and give you guys my thought on it, my reaction. And then we're going to get into somebody twerking for Don Wells, we're going to get into Pandrew, who is the most wasted source of information in the Summer Wells case that we have. If we really think about it, this guy, his son is Hunter, who was with Candace Wells that the day. But what a waste of information and creator this guy is. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna peel off the caps of who you see in the thumbnail. But let's talk about the Brandi thing for a second. Especially with the Wells haters. The Wells haters are so miserable that because it's Miss Daisy of all people, they really are on full Karen mode because they know that Miss Daisy supports the Wells, right? So they're full on attack with that. Now, let's think about that for a second. The people who comment that hate the Wells, like they don't give a shit about Candace Wells, who has a missing little girl. They don't care. But they're right there. And they've left all nasty comments about Candace everywhere, all over the internet. But they're right there to say, hey, you did bad things to a mom with a missing kid. Again, I don't know Brandi. I've had a couple people reach out to me to make a video for her for some tragedy pimps. I think as far as YouTube goes, she got ahead of the game. She understands it. And, I think she did good as far as YouTube goes with getting help with the case and understanding YouTube. But as far as this goes, I don't know where Brandi and Miss Daisy, I don't know what their connection is. I don't know what their friendship is. Somehow, some way, Brandi came in and voiced, hey, I don't think that you should cover my son's case anymore because of the SA getting saved. Let's take a timeout right there. Timeout right there. I see all these clips about Miss Daisy and Brandi. Where is the concrete clip of Daisy talking about SA? What is she talking about? If there even is one, I'm sure it's something like she's talking about what the lab put out, because the lab has to have SA attached to Summer's case. So I'm sure Daisy is responding to that. If there's nothing to respond to, because the police don't have SA attached to Summer's case whatsoever. That's just YouTubers. So if Miss Daisy doesn't react to what Josh puts out, then she's not even talking about it. And if I could recall, the last time I remember very clearly, because I had a conversation with Don Wells about this, when there was a push that was a big thing that Don Wells accepts Summer Wells into the Cold Case Foundation, as if this was going to do anything. I said it then. The Cold Case Foundation does nothing. It's done nothing. It's done nothing for any of the cases. They wanted Summer's name attached to that foundation. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. But back to that conversation with Don, Brandi was really trying to get a hold of Don. And Josh helped her. Meat potatoes here is, maybe the lady Brandi hangs out. I'm sure she hangs out in chat rooms who have helped her case, her son's case. But maybe she hangs out in chat rooms that are negative, because I don't think that Miss Daisy's ever. How does she associate SA to the case? Like, where's the clip of her talking about it? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't know everything. I could be wrong, but I feel like, she's kind of in. I don't know. I just find it weird that the people who have all this hate towards the Wells, again, I'm talking about according to police, not YouTubers. According to police, there is no SA involved in Summer's case. But on YouTube, that's all it is. But it's a few YouTubers having a narrative. There's no case in Utah. None. It's a little contradicting, man. That's all I'm saying. And for the people who hate the Wells, the commenters, the viewers, they're quick to bash Candace and stick up for the woman Brandi. Why don't you have both their backs? Why is one on a pedestal? According to police, they both have missing children. It's a little bit shaky. A little bit shaky. What's going on there, Bob? Thank you, Fancy Pants. What's up, Vicky? What's up, Mark? Mark, absolutely get rid of them. I guess a good warning is good. Give them a timeout. Don't block them. I unblocked a lot of people. Anyway, man, it's just weird to see, you know what I'm saying? But a real comical one is this guy. Well, first let me show you this. Let's hop off subject for a second. Last live, I was talking about Cher sending these provocative photos to Don Wells. And before I show you this, just so everybody knows, a while back, Cher and her co-host or whatever the minion person is, Boobs, they a while back this is, they threatened to dox Checking Convictions over the dumbest shit. I had a long conversation with Checking when this happened. Really stupid argument. They threatened to dox her, this and that. And I was like, man, Checks, let me go ahead and get this bitch for you. Checks was like, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Ain't worth the drama. But what happened was I felt some type of way about that because Checking was a good person. But what happened was after that conversation, not too long afterwards, guess what? Quentin Simon came, and I didn't have to do it for Checking anymore. But I had that fuel still, and I know what they did to her, right? And now she's not with us anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to say that. But her response to the photos that I showed you guys was those were taken off social media. Okay. First off, those were sent directly to my phone from Don. Okay. With conversation threads. Second off, who would post those photos on social media? Why would you just like, what was the post that you put your ass on with the monster thing? Like, what was that post? Happy Thanksgiving? And you posted, like, what was that post? Like, she's just claiming like these are randomly out there on social media. Horrible liar here, people. Horrible liar. But just to take it a step further, that's her response. To take it a step further, I want to show you guys something that I saw the other day that was very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so after she says that they were posted on social media. Man, I'm getting blown up. You know I'm live, dude. Hold on. This has got to be like urgent.
I'll get on that as soon as I get out of the shop.
So this was posted the other day, right from her. Let's have a look at it. Now, remember, somebody took them off her social media. It's all a conspiracy, if you will. So with that being said out of her mouth, let's have a peek. I got some stuff to show you about Doug that I found. It's out of control. Okay, here we go, peeps. Ready for this? Now, this would be as of let me find it. Perfect. So this would be as of yesterday.
Man, no runaway show.
Have a peek,
Oh,
shall we? Have a
smaller.
look.
It's the convict. But I think that's so cute. Yes, that is cute. I told her these kids are so cute.
There. I love it.
Oh, not my monster logos. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hope Dawn's not watching.
Hope Don's not watching. So you're out. What does the live say? The live says, literally, the live says, a family day in Regina road trip and fashion shows. She's in some pink weird outfit. Does look like she snorted a line right there, doesn't it? Look at the eyes. But she says, she shakes her ass and says, hope Don's not watching. Like, talk about living rent free in your head. It's weird, people. It's weird. But again, those were got off social media. How weird is this? How weird is this? Let's have another look at it. Now look at this guy. Look at this guy. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Look at this guy. Poor soul. Poor soul. Talk about sucker for love. But moving along.
Man, no runaway show.
Smaller. It's the convict. But I think that's so cute. Yeah, that is cute. I told her these kids are so cute.
There. I love it.
So she starts shaking her ass at the camera and says, I hope Don's not watching. So again, it's all conspiracy, people. She didn't send those photos to his phone. Somebody took those photos. Listen, people. Listen. Have a look.
Oh, not my monster logos. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hope Dawn's not watching. Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, now look. Let's go to her claim real fast. Real fast back to her claim. Like, how bad of a lie is this? So apparently she's claiming either me or Don snagged the photos off her social media. She never sent them. Now, tell me, people, if this is a normal post, right? What is this, a happy birthday post? So what post was this? Did I get this off Twitter? Oh, I know what it was. This is the one post that you did talking about you got new tattoos. Is that what it was? Come on. Get out. Stop that. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What's up, Can? What's happening? Candace, did you see that? I didn't even tell you about that. How weird was that? Living rent-free in the head all day. $0.00 for rent this month. Like vagina, lol. She's a weirdo. Absolutely. Yeah, 100% was. 100%. What's up, Gina? Mark, that I was looking for the word. You nailed it. Wide load. Cher is so disrespectful to Dawn and Candace, and absolutely disrespectful for her husband. Not hot anyway. Gross. So yeah, man. But the thing is, speaking of Cher, I'm gonna play a video of her going into the next strategy pimp tonight, which would be Pandrew, the disappointment of Summer Wells' case. Here you have somebody who actually knew Summer Wells. Okay, somebody on YouTube who actually knew Summer, that was actually with Candace. Okay. The thing is with this guy, not Pandrew, but obviously his son. But Pandrew made a channel based off just that. And what does he do with his channel? I guess he tries to act tough and hard, which is comical. It's comical. he's actually, though, he's been grifting off this. There's a time where he was charging people $5 for questions of the case. Okay. He is always talking about Don and Candace. I'm going to bring you guys way back 2 years tonight. In his own words, he'll tell you he didn't even know they existed when Summer was reported missing. He did not even know they existed. So he has absolutely zero knowledge. Pandrew has zero knowledge of who Candace Wells and Don Wells are. Now, I could tell you that, or I could show it to you. Let me show it to you. And how does this tie in good? Guess who interviewed him? Guess who interviewed Pandrew in this one? Who guessed Cher?
None of the above. We were dropping our songs off overly.
Picking up or dropping off?
None of the above. We were dropping our songs off overly. But that didn't help. No, we don't. Listen, I would not put my kids in that type of way. Like I said, I ain't ran drugs and fucking since I was a teenager.
How well of friends were you with Don before all of this? You must have known
I didn't
Don
even
and
know-
Candace.
No,
Because
I didn't know any of them existed.
I didn't know any of them existed. The guy who's charging you $5 for questions of the case. The guy who is always making lives about Don and Candace, telling his supporters the most bullshit, fabricated shit in the world. This is back when he was starting the channel, when all the bloodthirsty grifters were trying to get him on panel because we have another player in the case. And he went on his little tour. Now, he got 3,000 subscribers out of it. I honestly think that 1,500 are trolls that just amp them up to do stupid things, and 1,500 are gullible souls that sit there and somehow sit through his lives where he tries to act black, tough, gangster, and normal. Now, if we can recall, I don't have the clip, but there's two clips that I want to just tell you about, and they are out there. Please excuse me for not having them. The first one would be when he was live one day and his kid came out the shower and says, "Daddy, can I have a towel?" He says, "No, there is none. Didn't do laundry. Go air dry like Daddy did." Now, this guy will be the first one to tell you what kind of crap parents Don and Candace are. Remember, he didn't even know they existed. But for $5, he'll tell you what type of crap parents they are. He can't even provide a clean towel for his children. Now, the second clip is more comical because it is somehow, some way, one of the first interactions between him and Benjamin Keys. And what was said on the panel? Well, Pandrew was fast to say, "Hey, I'm bisexual." And then there was some flirting and whatnot. Now, if that was me, I'd be a little bit uncomfortable with the conversation, especially if he proceeded to hit on me, like he wanted to gobble me up, suck me, if you will. But in Benny's case, he was like, it flowed like it was normal. Now we do understand the one time the wife walked in, he was getting sucked off by the brother-in-law. So I think that's why it was normal-like, but it was just very weird to see. But that did happen, and that does exist. Now, that does exist. I've been reporting his threats. I think it's against the law to talk like he does. Good point. I don't know about the threats. I'll get into that back with the Daisy thing in a little bit, but you're right, because a lot of people don't like the way that he talks. And I'm about to play you a clip right now explaining that. Pandrew he definitely rode the short bus. Look at the thumbnail. He smokes a cigarette like a female does, first and foremost. But any man who talks about constantly whooping some ass or being tough, it's the oldest one in the book. He's a Pee Wee Herman. He's soft. He's a Sherm. Real men who kick ass don't constantly talk about it. They don't have to put it in your face. They just do it. But I even have a clip here where you're about to hear him say he's the blackest white man in the world. Now, I believe that. Well, can't say that. It's neck and neck with BK. But it's so weird to me that these people on YouTube, a lot of these creators, they try so hard to be black. Now, coming from the hick hillbillies of Tennessee area, wanting to be black, it's like another reason why I don't think his subscribers could stand what he says is you have an accent of hillbilly white trashes mixed in with ghetto. So you kind of need a translator to even understand what the fuck is. Plus, there's the vulgar status of it. It's a little bit weird to take in. But the thing with Pandrew is he doesn't understand the demographic of his audience. He has not a clue about analytics. He thinks he wants to act tough. And like he's gonna, like he first off, he wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. First and foremost. Second off, he doesn't know the age of his audience. If somebody was to tell him the majority of his viewers are probably women and probably somewhere in the range from 35 to 65, he'd look at you like you're crazy because he thinks he's talking to 18-year-old kids. I'm also about to play you a conversation of him speaking with his son, which is the moral of this video. You have a person here who has the ability to communicate with his son, which was somebody that was there the day Summer went missing, that had a little bit of a relationship with the Wells family. But as he calls and talks to his son is pretty honest. You have Andrew here trying to say, well, how is Don Wells? Does he go around threatening people? Because he was on the labs talking about stabbing somebody the other night. And this is what he does? The son's like, no, doesn't sound like him. Then you have Pandrew saying, did you knock the boots off Candace? Did you bang her? This and that? Because that's the rumor now. It's all perverted, people. Of course, we have to have an underage kid having sex with Candace. We have to have SA with Summer. That's just what we do, I guess, over here. But again, the kid's like, yeah, no, I didn't. So he's trying to call his kid as the adult to gaslight the Wells, and the kid's like, yeah, no. And that's when he says, I'm black and this and that. Let's have a listen as I catch up on the comments. But here you have him saying, I didn't even know they existed. For the people just getting in here, I'll rewind it back for you before we go to the next clip.
How well of friends were you with Don before all of this? You must have known Don and Candace.
No,
because
I didn't know any of them existed.
You didn't know any of them existed, but your son and Allie was living over there while Don was in Utah for months.
I didn't know. Listen, I didn't know anything about that.
So Allie didn't say, hey, your house didn't fall through, or hey, why don't you come stay here at this spot house of Don and Candace?
No. Actually, Candace is the one that turned around and offered us to stay at her house.
Hey, Shandia.
No.
Hey, Debbie.
Y'all said no except for Jose.
Hey, Mystic. Skunky.
All of us said no because we did not know her. And we had the kids. If we didn't have any kids.
So you didn't know her, but your son has had her posted all over his social media. Your son's been all around her for years. She's all over Hunter's social media. So did you just not watch Hunter's social media? No. But you watch Hunter's social media right now.
No.
So were you not? Yes.
So what happens is he gets uncomfortable with the conversation, and he says, I have another podcast, another show I have to go on to, and he dips out because that's what Pandrew does when you make him nervous. Link is in the chat now. If you haven't seen this, it's going way back. For the people who would like to just have common sense and see what he was like when he first decided to create a channel to now what he does and now how he acts and his online behavior, you could see a total different person. You can get the real Andrew in the first couple of interviews that other channels had him on, even if it was with another grifter share or when he was trying to be bi-curious with Benny. You still get the real Andrew, except now where he's trying to be tough and just pretty much clout chase off Summer. Again, he didn't know the Wells existed because he doesn't know them. About 6 months ago, I told you guys, I called Don. I asked Don about Hunter. I asked him about Pandrew. Don's like, I don't know that dude, Andrew, at all. Good to clear up here on White Boy Radio today. Good to clear up. But that's when Pandrew got in his feelers. And apparently when I was in jail, he tried to dox me and show my house and this and that. That's terrific. What is that doing for Summer? Please, by all means, show these grifting, panhandling scumbags that use Summer Wells for views and donations. Please show them that me, a convict, that I was just in jail, that I have assets, that I don't need to be like you guys, that I don't live in a double wide. By all means, do it again. By all means. But what does that do? And he thinks that we have a beef. You know what his problem was? He came in the chat one day and he got blocked. So he went all Karen status and did like nine lives with my name. It's clout chasing. But then I went over to his panel and hit the link. And wait for it, he blocked me. What, bro? You're like literally a walking contradiction. Like literally, you're being a Karen because you got blocked over here. So I unblock you. You keep tagging me and do it. Then I go to you and you block. Make it make sense. But he thinks like there's this feud. It's just funny. Take my experience and my example. Screw everybody else and just look at his true colors as we peel this back. I'm going to get to the comments. I'm going to put them on the screen. Let me show you Andrew speaking to his kid, trying to gaslight the Wells to his kid being truthful, the parent of the year, and how black he is. His blackness, if you will. His blackness. Okay. This is the wrong clip I wanted to play, but let's hear this again. What? Wait a minute. I messed it all up. We don't even have it on the screen. Wait, what's going on here? Dirt? All right, good. That was a mess up anyhow. All right, let's do it again. That's the problem right there. Okay. Here we go. Here's Andrew. He's in calling his son.
But yeah, like, I mean, honestly, like, I already listened. I said,
yeah, I remember that, Chrissy.
Yo, what up, boy? Mind your manners. Listen, I gotta ask you, and don't you fucking lie to me, because I'll call you out, and you know it. What's up? What's up? Who you around right now?
Which one of his subscribers knitted him that sweater?
Oh, you ain't gonna like this one. She might want to hold her. This gonna cause a straight up argument. What's up? Boy, did you put the boots to Candace? No. You didn't knock them boots? 110%. You did not sleep with that big nasty. I don't like white women. Yeah.
So he asks his son if his son banged Candace. Like, what drove you to ask your son this? An internet rumor that is ridiculous. Anybody with common sense could shoot down. But I guess he clarifies it. Weird, but it gets weirder. Have a listen.
Yo. God bless. God bless. So you did not knock them boots, huh? Good boy.
Oh my God, Mark, it's so bad.
Yo, listen. I told this other YouTuber that if my old lady ever left me and I got stuck between your mom and her, I'd go back to fucking your mom.
What? So you didn't fuck Candace?
I like the kid Hunter already. He's just like, what? What are you talking about? Somebody show, I don't know what kind of domestic violence this guy has on the other lady or somebody, and he got all types of shit. It's just weird, but just watch how he tries to act tough and black, which is it's so weird. Like, why? You live in the hills of Tennessee, like, and you have a fucking Adam Sandler fucking knitted sweater on right now with a zipper tie. Like, you can never grow dreads. You can't get waves in your hair. Your elbows and knees can't get ashy. What is the obsession of trying to act hood about? I just don't understand it for the life of me. It's like backwards woke. Is this like a white trash, white liberal that he thinks he's so black, and like him and he's like, are these backwards white liberals? Like, do they think that they're so black that they're able to call other white people racists? What am I missing here? Stick with me.
No.
Yo, wait, flip that over to. See, I know. No, you straight. Listen, you straight. Listen, I know when the boy lying. I tell you, you know I'm gonna call his ass out. He ain't lying. At least he better not be, because if he learned how to lie to me with a straight face, I'd knock his teeth back.
No, I don't like that shit. I don't like white women.
The kid says he don't like white women. Hey, look, whatever floats his boat. Sounds like he's got a whatever floats his boat. It's 2023. But I wonder where he got that thinking from. Whatever floats his boat, though. I do respect the kid for yeah, let me leave that alone.
He like that. He like that chocolate.
Nah, he like that caramel.
He like the caramel.
But good morning.
Wow. Are you serious?
Good morning.
Wally.
But you good though? Listen, I can't. Listen, if I could afford to get that for you, I would, my dude.
No, it's all good. I was just asking you any old ones because Allison fucking old.
Watch your mouth.
His hairline is so
Are
weird.
you online?
Oh, but yeah, it's that time
The
of morning.
flavor saver.
Top of the morning to you. That's
flavor-
the guy here.
The weird part about his flavor saver, if you could notice the goatee and the mustache, the flavor saver, the weird part about that is, what is the flavor saver for? Because we do know that he's stated multiple times he's bisexual. Is the flavor saver for the vagina, or is the flavor saver for the wiener? Savor and flavor are we doing? What are we saving the flavor for? Which one is it?
It's way too early for this shit. But nah, dude, I don't listen. Bro, it's not that I don't need your money, for one. But if you want to send me the money to buy it for you and then ship it to you, that's whatever. But I don't need your money.
Total of 4, Sally. Total of 4.
I get what you're saying. I was just saying, like, I ain't got enough for it. But mom owes me about $200 because I paid for her new phone.
Robbie,
and
what's
her
happening?
phone.
Why are you paying her shit? She the adult. She's supposed to be paying you.
Hey, lady, and
Because
hey,
we
Amy.
was
How are you,
arguing
Amy?
with her
Raven,
fucking
what's good? And
friend
Lolly.
because they pulled up shotgun thinking shit was sweet at the house.
Oh Lord.
While I was on the home pass and just got home.
Oh,
And so,
Chrissy,
I was
terrific
arguing,
comment.
like, why the fuck you
On that comment, I will note back to the point where he had not a clean towel for his children and told his children air dry like daddy does. Also, it was a girl who asked the parental unit for the towel. But back to that, I will note that we didn't do laundry that day. We didn't take a trip to the laundromat, but we had a bottle of Mountain Dew and Newports on the live. And I believe every single live that he does, he's got a bottle of Mountain Dew and cigarettes. I don't know if they're Newports or what. The point is, for a 2-liter thing of Mountain Dew with Joe Biden in office, it's about $5. And cigarettes, you're looking at another $5. It's $10 right now. You take 30% of that, $3. Take your ass to the goddamn laundromat and do laundry.
pulling up at my crib with a shotgun like you want shit? I said, if he's gonna blow that bitch, you would have already been blown that motherfucker.
listen, you've been around Don Wells enough. Does that man always talk
Who's
about
wrong?
his neck?
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on.
What are you talking about?
Listen.
Nah, is he talk? Does he always threaten people?
I don't think so.
Well, you've been around him. Like
No, I'm saying,
this dude,
I ain't never heard him do it.
this dude come up out his neck the other night, threatening to stab somebody.
Okay, so he's trying to gaslight his son to paint the narrative that Don is always threatening people. He's talking about the recording on the lab where Don says, hey, this and that, okay, which was comical because everyone called his probation officer. That's not a probation officer. But you have this guy who's trying to call his son up to co-sign something that's not even there. Like, wah, wah, wah. Back to Mark. And Mark, listen, Mark, I trust you. You're allowed to ban anybody. Debbie, I love you as well. You can ban anybody. But do me a favor. Here's the thing, guys. And all mods, I put this thing on 7 minutes. So it's not open. Anybody on the public can't just come up here and comment. What they have to do is subscribe to my channel, wait 7 minutes to allow them to leave a comment. So run with that. Before we block anybody, be like, hey, moron, you literally wasted 7 minutes. And the next time I'll put it for like 20. I do that to run my subscribers up. Why not? But this, whoever Juan is, Juan literally subscribed to the channel. Waited 7 minutes to comment. And obviously it's not too funny from what the comments say. Now, look, by all means, ladies, I trust your judgment. Here's how it works. You can also ban them off the top. You can also ban them. And here's why. Juan Hung, is that his name? Juan Hung? That's not his name. But what happens is they're going to get all Karen-like when they can't comment anymore. So what happens is Juan Hung subscribes, waits 7 minutes of their life to leave a comment, and then you take that privilege from them and ban them. Guess what happens? They get all mad about it, and they go to their Google account, they switch profiles, they make another account, and they repeat. So now I'm going to have Hung Wong, or whatever the next name is, to subscribe, wait another 7 minutes, and leave another Karen comment. So in a sense, because no one remembers to unsubscribe. So in a sense, you're pimping the trolls either which way you do it. So again, it's your judgment. I love you. Just, talk shit to them, tease them, make them. I guess what I'm saying is make them make you block them. Because I'll never get an email talking about Mark blocked me and I didn't do anything. I get them sometimes and I don't even open them. And if you send them to me, go fuck yourself. Because I trust my mods. Moving along. Actually, don't even send them to me.
So I don't know.
We're part of that. We listen. You, me, we're part of that special kind of people.
Here we go.
We'll talk about it and be about it all at the same time.
Tough.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it while we're doing it. We don't care.
Gangster.
Yeah, no, we just don't give a fuck. But no, I paid for her phone bill because I had enough money. Yeah.
All
I
right.
didn't think that the new Xboxes were going to explode if you had it on all the time.
They don't.
And I come home and that motherfucker.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm telling you that right now. That's bullshit. You know how I run my system. 24/7, 365 on. Tell me how I've had this X. Tell me how I had this X series. What?
I said, on YouTube watching Neebs Gaming.
Nah. Dude, I haven't really watched Neebs since Thick died.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
But listen, I use that shit. I use that shit to watch movies and shit.
True.
On my projector. That shit on all fucking time, and my shit ain't blown up.
My shit just randomly just.
That's because somebody probably spilled something in it and didn't say shit. Why you looking at her like that?
Because you said, when we find out, I bet you it's going to be a girl.
Let me find out. You talking way too fucking much on my live right now.
Oh, yeah.
And let me find out because, you know, I got, listen, I'm going to whoop you like your mama should have.
I hear you.
What rap song?
I'm going to hit you with the chocolate right across that crooked tooth of yours, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. And I'll make yours disappear like the rest of them.
Yeah, please do. God damn.
Good.
That way,
when I that
way, you know, I ain't got to worry about teeth getting in my way when I go.
Like, but back to the bisexual comment when you go, is that a vagina or a cock? I'm just asking for a friend.
I'm horrible. Good morning, everyone. Yes, this is how I usually talk to my children, at least the ones that are teenagers, anyway.
Well, I'm technically an adult, but it's okay.
Not till you 18.
Hey, I got 3 months.
Uh-huh. Had to fall suit with your daddy, though, right?
Yeah.
Yo, listen, how many times I gotta tell you? Stop taking page out of my book. Give that shit back.
Unbelievable.
But not. What was I gonna say before we started talking about this?
Oh, by the way, you two all good now? You two done fighting like you're married already?
We are married.
All right, people, just stick with me with 2 more minutes of this. Can I get some white trash ghetto translators in the chat, please? Please and thank you.
You visit me first.
Okay.
Until there's an actual meeting besides phone wise of me and that little lady, I will fuck your wedding up. I will walk up into that bitch and I will crash it. Think I'm playing.
Hey, what's this that I would do?
Think I'm playing.
On the front porch after a cup of coffee.
You just got to get you just got to get your parents' permission. Oh, I'm talking to Hunter.
Hey, I heard you said that we can go down there.
Up. Up.
You just like an elf, for real.
Not down. Up.
I be saying it all the time too.
Look at the knitted sweater, though. How could you act?
Yeah, right. But listen, I am the blackest white boy you'll ever meet in your life.
Okay, on that note,
hey, I be
can we have a double take of that? What the fuck did he just say? Now, what the fuck did he just say?
Yeah, right. But listen, I am the blackest white boy you'll ever meet in your life.
You know, it amazes me. You know, I'm starting to think that he might, I don't know if his family heritage is African American or not, but I'm starting to think that he might want some in him. So I'm not sure about if what that means. Back to the bisexual comments, but it's just so weird to me. You know, man, I've been inside the joint so many times. I have friends of different nationalities. But when it comes to my friends that happen to be black, they tell me the same thing that Checking Convictions always did. Matt, you're real. And if my friends that happen to be black, not my black friends, but my friends that happen to be black, you know, we joke and stuff, but it's not about skin color. And I don't try to emulate what I think might be cool because this person's my friend. I'm just myself. I talk no different than you hear me now. Okay. And I wouldn't want it the other way and vice versa for my friends who happen to be black. I like my friends of who they are. Like, I don't see somebody and because they have, dark skin, I don't automatically try to talk like a rapper and think like there's a connection between my friend now and this rapper. Or maybe if I talk like this rapper who's got nothing to do with my friend, if I talk like this rapper because they have the same skin color, then my friend will like me more. Or the people that when I'm live, they might think that I'm the blackest white boy that's ever been. No, you sound stupid. Look stupid. Pull your pants down. You're hella white. You have no mandingo. No matter if you like vagina or cock. That shit is shriveled up like Doug. But here you have wasted resources, people. Somebody who has direct access to their son, who was literally with Summer Wells the day that she went missing. How big would his channel be if he spoke and was if he was himself? If he had his son come on his panel, sit next to him, ask questions from the audience, just acted normal. He doesn't. He has an identity crisis, just like BK. It's so weird, people. But again, back to the cow lady and Brandi thing. I want to play you another clip. Now, this one's going to be. Let's have a clip of this. I want you again. Let's see how tough this guy is. But Pandrew thinks that he doesn't understand that if he had his son sit there and do what I just said, how big his channel would be.
I try not to body shame them. I really try not to. I'm funny, Ellie, she crossed lines, way too many lines. And I just feel I'm very sorry that Brandi had to hear that because she wound up popping in our chat as we went over that. And fuck the police body shame them. I really try not to. I'm funny, Ellie, she crossed lines, way too many lines. And I just feel I'm very. The police with me, up, done, and fucked up. Bring it, lady. I try not to body shame them. I really try not to. I'm funny, Ellie, she crossed lines, way too many lines. And I just feel I'm very sorry that Brandi had to hear that because she wound up popping in our chat as we went over that. And fuck the police. Eli. Video. I'll just
hang on. Let me see.
Do this. Sorry.
So he stole my content. Is this the one?
This kind of funny. I got a disclaimer that says
there's another one where he threatens me. Why is he doing this?
So sorry.
Sick. Because and put up to do it.
Because I'm sick in the head and nobody's in my ear. I'm sick in the brain. Don't really fucking care. Oh, I'm sick.
Man. Where you went wrong. Not bragging about it as a
really, really heard my moo outside of me doing it. And goddamn, I'm really good at that shit. The fuck are they gonna do? Look at me, take my hand and say, stop it. Bad.
With, oh my God. Andrew.
Fuck, by the time I get here, then fuck.
Big Macs.
I don't know what I did, man. There was a clip. I took it from AB's review just so Andrew couldn't think he can copyright me, but I don't think he has the brain cells to even do a copyright notice. But what he says is, and I sniped it from AB's channel. What he says is, you think I'm, because him and Daisy are beefing. He says, you think I'm scared of the police? I've been fucking people up and putting them in hospitals. He's acting all tough. Acting all tough. Now, what Andrew and BK are going through is something that I went through when I was like 15 years old. It was like me listening to rap music, and I had an identity crisis for a little bit. And I thought I could be hard and tough and disrespectful. But, you know, most people grow out of that. Here you have grown men who are still in it. You actually haven't, literally, about a 5-minute clip here of a grown man talking to his son who's going through what I'm explaining at the same time. How weird is that? But this guy, this is what he does. He made like, this guy's like, fuck you, Daisy. Fuck you. Call the cops. And he's like, I put people in hospitals. He's acting all tough, projecting all tough. Like, you're not doing anything for the woman Brandi. She would not want this. You're like threatening and acting all tough and being all vulgar. She does not want that. You're doing nothing good. Then you're like, how dare this lady, cow lady, speak to a mother of a missing children? Dude, do you asked your son if he banged Candace? You try to get your son to gaslight Don. You contradict yourself. Is what I'm trying to tell y'all, people. This is all they do. It's all a big contradiction. Cow lady in itself is a contradiction. I don't call Miss Daisy cow lady. I don't think she'll get mad it's in my title. I'm doing it as a joke because this is what they do. But I don't feel that way to her. I don't call her that. I don't attack her. Man, who the fuck is doing this with the beeps? Jesus Christ. I'm about to throw it in the toilet. I'm about to get fucking all Andrew thinking I'm black. All right? And acting tough. Listen, there's so many notifications. Don't do that, man. If it's fucking urgent, just give me a buzz. Say, Matt, say this. Don't do the look at my phone right now. I don't know which one to look at. Jesus Christ. I gotta take a piss too. Check your messages. Which one, babe? There's 50,000. I don't have any from you. I have nothing from you. Nothing. Did you text it? It is stupid. It's crazy. She has been in his chat talking bad about Daisy. Who is this? She has. Oh, really? Listen, I don't know the lady. I don't know the lady Brandi. I just think that it is contradicting the way that, you know, she's mad at Miss Daisy for speaking about SA, but there's no way that Miss Daisy trying to live up and she was specifically talking about SA. She was probably talking about Josh, who was painting a picture of introducing SA with Don. I mean, there's no case in Utah. Why does this guy continue to drag this weird shit out? He's doing it for listen, do you know what people called the probation officer that's not the probation officer? Thousands. It's like he's driving the cancel culture people to do his work. I mean, I think it's funny they get used. They can't think for themselves. But it's sad to see her in this guy's chat and remembering back when she wanted the Wells so bad to let Summer Wells be a part of the Cold Case Foundation. What is the point? I said it back then. People got mad at me. The cold case does nothing. They want big names. You know what the cold case does? It sells merch. Sorry. Miss Joanne, what's happening? Where's Wendy at? Skunk, I've got 3 or more troll names. How she yelled at the youngster on that live. His wife is just crude. I don't have any messages though, baby. Are you talking about Facebook? Let me take a piss and check these messages. Give me 1 second. I gotta go, y'all. Bathroom break status. 1 second. Hold on. I'll leave you with Mike. Mike is very important. I pay him good money. And what he does is he smashes the light, people. He's butt naked. He don't have a face. He's very woke. He's part of the look. He's got a mangina. Okay, he's bisexual like Andrew. And what he does is he hits the like every single day, all day. Look at Mike go. Mike is he's a beast. I fuck with Mike. Pay him good money. That's what he does. Messages. Checking my messages. Okay, I got a message and it says it's I don't know, man. Can I get a platform at least? Oh shit. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. All right. Well. All right. We're just gonna wing this.
I went to the courthouse there in Barry County, and they're not showing any cases on their site that are over 7 years old right now. I'm not really seeing anything on him in Michigan that he has pending. Now, he does have a 2023 down in Dallas, Texas case for methamphetamine. He's got a bunch of methamphetamine charges.
Lol, Benny Keys.
That's down in Dallas, Texas, though. And as far as the Michigan goes, there's only a couple cases showing. I'll send the ones that's showing up for me. They said soon on that.
So it would be, I don't think he got arrested for it. He'd be like a person of interest or something like that, because what happened was there was a murder involving his friend. So I think he got questioned or something like that. That's what I'm looking for. Not so I don't. So I guess what I'm trying to say is he would be involved in a case because he got questioned, but he wasn't formally arrested. Okay, for this. So there would be an affidavit or anything like that under his name for this, but he would be someone who got questioned about the murder, about the death, and that would be in Michigan, and it would probably be over more than 7 years back.
So it would be. They said they're supposed to be posting all past offenses on the circuit clerk's site soon, though. But right now, it's only the last 7 years. Yeah, March and April of 2023, he's got 2 harassment charges, but those are in Texas. And then he's got possession of a controlled substance, 2023 down there in Texas. And then up in, since the circuit clerk's office ain't showing me nothing, they only go back 7 years up in Michigan. I'm only getting a meth charge and another marijuana charge.
He's got a possession of meth charge in 2023 in Texas. You have that case or a link to it? Love that. Breaking news. Who slid under the radar? Who was making summer videos while they were on meth? It would be the one who was getting flirted on by the other Pandrew feller, if you will, the feller. What's up, Miss Dolly? What's happening? Excuse me, people, as I'm getting the info in. That's right. You're the next contestants on the White Boy Games. Yeah, come on down, Bush people. What's happening? Hey, can we listen? That's a good comment. Can I get one Bush people to comment? There's 126 hanging out. I just want one person in the bushes. Come on down and leave a comment. Come on down and leave a comment. You don't get banned. You don't get blocked. Nothing. You just here. I just want to hear from you. Just one out of the bushes. That's how we're doing it. Just one. Come on down. Leave a comment. Tell me how you feel. Okay. Tell me why you're here. And you get a free pass. You can basically say whatever you want. All right, people, stand by. This is very important stuff going on here. Very important.
Yeah, March and April of 2023, he's got 2 harassment charges, but those are in Texas. And then he's got possession of a controlled substance, 2023 down there in Texas. And then up in, since the circuit clerk's office ain't showing me nothing, they only go back 7 years up in Michigan. I'm only getting a meth charge and another marijuana charge, 2 ounces. He went to Michigan Department of Corrections for that, it says.
What's up, Rodney? Are you Bushes?
And he has a theft down in Texas, too. But I'm not seeing any cases that are open, but then again, there might be, but their damn circuit clerk's office don't show shit like mine does. Where I did my time in Illinois, you go to circuit clerk's office, it shows you everything.
All right. I'll have to handle the rest of those off air. Hi, Don. Don's in here. You're not a Bush people. But what else did I have for you guys, man? I showed you Cher twerking after her ridiculous response and excuse about people taking her stuff off social media. I showed you Pandrew. It's disappointing with Pandrew. It's really disappointing with this guy. His hairline is disappointing. His white guilt is disappointing. Everything about Andrew is disappointing. His stock of clean towels is disappointing. Everything about this guy. You have a guy who's got a clear source to a key person. But what does he do? Clout videos. White boy radio videos. He makes Don Wells videos with the name in the title and doesn't even know the answer. Then he goes and calls his son, and his son's like, nah. It's embarrassing for him. Well, he could really build a platform. It's one person, honestly, that we have that could really help the case. But he says, Real Talk Podcast. He's talking to middle-aged women and older, all gangster-like, telling them how much ass he kicks. Like, even they don't believe you. It's just sad. You have shared twerking. Now, I do have an update on Doug. Boy, did I find a gold mine on Doug. We'll end it with this. I found a fucking gold mine on No Thanks Investigates Doug. This fucking guy. You know, I told you guys, like, I've always ragged on his weird, like, he always did like a weird, like, he was always singing, like this weird singing skit that he would do. But it was something to do with a missing girl. Like what he's making songs and shit. Like real cheeseball, cornball, Pee Wee Herman, Sherm ass songs. And he thinks that they're funny. And the supporters are like fake laughing about it. I'm like, so where did this come from? These cheeseball songs that he would create. Oh, I found it. Oh, white boy found it. Boy, did I do some sleuthing. And on top of that, he's one to repeat a joke a lot. Like, you know, say it a few times. By all means, do what you do. But I'm just saying, from a viewer's perspective, say it a couple times. But you can't say it all the time. Like, how many times do we have to hear your brain is like a field rodent or whatever the hell it was? 9 million times. Like, it's not even funny anymore. So I found his stand-up comedy on YouTube. Yes, I did. Let's have a peek at Doug and maybe where his habits stemmed from. Let's have a peek at Doug's comedy career. Now, I'm going to be playing to you a few different locations. But just like there are a few different locations, you'll come to realize that this is just like him on YouTube, a couple different lives. You're watching a different live, maybe the same title, maybe the same hashtags, but the same bit, if you will. Let's have a peek. So remember, Doug doing his songs in the Summer Wells videos. Where did that come from? Where did that stem from?
Yeah, we need to listen to him on the radio. Catch him in his lowrider in Riverside. You have a lowrider on here? Or you ride a horse? I got a Buick. Oh, Buick. Beautiful. All right, how's everybody doing, man? Is the beer flowing? Yeah. They cut me off because I couldn't find my papers. But we're going to keep this going because we got some working meetings and we don't have a lot of time. So we're going to bring our next guy up to the stage. Doug. This guy, man, he's all over the place, man. He does shows in Vegas. I've seen him at the whole world, seen him all over the place. Very funny guy. Let's get up for Mr. Doug Hutton.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that very much. Wait a minute. We got Hammer Time coming out the bushes. Is this happened? Hammer Time? Now I've seen Hammer Time a couple times or two. I've seen your comments. But if you're coming out the bushes, hey, get comfortable. I appreciate that. Okay, back to the bushes. Lol. So much love to everyone I'm not just with tonight. My apologies. Yeah, Noel's very sad about checking convictions.
I had an argument with a clap out actually named teeth. It figures on how the situation. Chris is smarter than 50 on the balcony. When found out in comedy, it's economically. She's good. 5 bottles of wine.
What the frig? All right, where's this at? 9:57. Hold on, 9:57. 9:57. Okay, where we at? Amy, nobody comes after white boy. When they do it, they come incorrect. We just destroy them. 9:57. Where are you at? It's not even on here. What? All right, wait a minute, Matt. What are you doing here? You getting the wrong shit or what? All right, so Doug at 1:20, he says the gay cross-eyed joke. Let's have a peek. Wait, hold on a second, Matt. Come on, what are you doing here? Fucking everything up. All right, hold on. At 1:20, so this would be the Comedy Store right here. So let's have a peek. Remember, this is Doug.
We're going to bring our next performer. You guys ready for him?
Yeah. You guys meet on Match.com? Whatever you're into. I don't know. Relationships are crazy. I hate them. I started blind dating after my divorce. Anybody blind date before? I actually pretend I'm blind. Dude, you can feel them up right away, see what they look like. Like, what's the bumps around a girl's nipples stand for? It's Braille for suck here. Just learning. I don't know. I've got kids. Anybody out here with kids tonight?
Okay, notice the blind dating joke. At 1/5/2013 at the Comedy Store, he did the blind dating joke. Just want you to get the repetitive process of this guy's brain. So we have one blind dating joke at one location. Hold on, here we go. Now let's hear the gay songs that he always does. I think it's over here.
I know. I like Doug Hutton. My ex was like, "Hey, I'm down at his old front door." Everybody, she's a whore. She's a whore.
So you have Doug doing gay songs 10 years ago, literally a decade ago. Jesus Christ. Thank God he's off YouTube. We have a decade of him doing this with Summer Wells. Jesus Christ. So 10 years ago, he was doing the gay cornball songs. Now, in that same video, he was doing a blind dating joke. Okay. Now I'm going to switch videos at a different location. This one's at 1:25. 1:25 he does it. 1:25. Here goes Doug repeating the same jokes at a different location and gay songs as well. 1:25. Right. Let's have a look.
Turns out he argued with the guy next to me. Probably should have waited a bunch. Yeah. Everybody love it. Everybody love it.
Hey, listen. What's happening? Thank you. Shout out to Free from Fetters. Subscribe to him, my dude. Was listening to you last night.
People, I got in an argument with a cross-eyed guy today. Turns out he argued with the guy next to me. The only place that has every job opportunity. You know why they have all streets named after letters?
Another blind dating joke at a different location. I found Doug's first YouTube channel. It's called, you can't make it up, people. Look at it. This was on complete accident, by the way. It's called Account Taken Over by Ventura's Sheriffs. Yeah. It was created in 2002. Now, For all the times he said he didn't live in that fucking truck, well, I beg to differ.
I'm ready for bed. I'm ready for bed.
Oh boy. I love catching them in their own lives, people. Much more to come on Doug in the future. That's just the wrap up. I appreciate you, Free. Much love to you and Noel. Yeah, I was listening to you last night. She had you on speaker. I was working out. Was listening to what you said. I'm still really weirded out about ex-moderator of mine, moderator and friend of Free from Fetters Grove, who faked his own death. I don't even have words for that. Totally fucked me up. Totally weird. There's weird people out here. The internet has a lot of weird people. There's weird creators out here, like we've been talking about tonight. Weird ass creators. It makes you look at the world different. It does. It fucking does. I don't care what anybody says. But man, I'm about to jump off. Definitely catch it back. The contradictions in this case, man, it's unreal. Is Don going to jail? No. Is there a case in Utah? No. Did a lot of morons call a probation officer who's not a probation officer? Yes. Think back to the live I did when I was driving. I said, hey, hint. I don't want to tell you now, but if someone was to call a job that I worked at and tell my old boss a bunch of things about me, I think it was funny. I couldn't tell you then. Don's been off probation. But these detective sleuth YouTubers send their minions to call their probation officer. There is none. You can't get him in trouble anymore with that probation thing. You're calling nobody. He's laughing at you. He's laughing at you. There is no case in Utah. Share complete shenanigans with getting... No one... You didn't post your ass on social media. You might have. You might have on Backpage. You might have on fucking Sex Bay. You might have. Bitch, you have monster tattoos under each ass cheek. Shut your bitch ass up. You tattooed an energy drink under each ass cheek. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate you. But the contradictions, Miss Joanne, I love you. The contradictions of these people when the Brandi drama comes, it's comical to me. Should be respectful to Candace Wells, Don Wells, and Brandi. You can't pick one. According to police, both those families have missing children. According to police, the police is working on Brandi's case. The police is working on Don and Candace's case. What YouTubers have to say should not sway your opinion on how you feel about a parent with a missing kid. You should be the same to each person. Be the same every day. Be yourself. Don't be like Andrew, who wants to be Jumanji Monday through Sunday. He thinks his name is Jamal. Jamal. He thinks his name is Jamal Hiltz. He talks to his kid like he's Jamal Hiltz. For $5, he'll tell you about the Wells case, the Wells, and the Summer case. He never knew they existed until his son was interrogated by police. Isn't that some shit? It's out of control, people. I bring you the facts. But hey, man, I want to leave this one on a serious note. A friend of the channel, moderator, subscriber, creator, is leaving us, man. And I want to go out on that. Please join us tomorrow on Damaged Goods channel for a proper goodbye. say our pieces, have our memories, and have our family join us. We love Checking Convictions. She's good people. And I get enjoyment being up here reviewing these people because just like Cher, Doug himself attacked Checking Convictions. And if you go on her community post, you could actually see what I'm about to tell you about Doug. Checking Convictions believe that the Wells are innocent until proven guilty, as she did a lot of with everybody. And because she had a difference of opinion in a chat once, she was attacked. Attacked and gaslit by Doug. Attacked and gaslit by Cher. It's ugly. You know, it's ugly. But I love Checking, and we'll talk about this tomorrow. But keep her family in prayer, because like I said in the beginning of this live, her family's going through a lot. And if you ever lost somebody, then you know what I'm talking about. Right now, it's very hectic for her family. They're realizing that she's on her way out, and that's a lot in itself. But you know, in a few days, whenever they lose her, a few days after that, there'll be the funeral, and that's when it really hits you. And then after that, I don't know how long her family will be grieving. Everybody has their own time. But it's safe to say her family has some tough days ahead of them. Real hard and tough days. You know, right now I'm going through some personal things myself. Nothing like that, but financially, I'm having a little bit of a hardship. Just found out my transmission went in my car. Nothing compared to losing a family member, right? But I'm going to be able to get up out of the position that I'm in right now. No matter how hard things are in our life or how bad we think we have it, it can never compare to losing a loved one. And I know this from personal experience, things I've put out on the internet with my own family. You know, that alone changed me as a person forever. And it has a lot to do with when I come up here and review these assholes, because we don't know if Summer Wells is alive or not. We don't know. We're hoping that Summer Wells is alive. But the abuse that the Wells have to go through day to day is just that. Cyber bullying. They don't have clarity. They don't have any concrete knowing if she is with them or not. What you see happening with all these assholes is just cyberbullying and harassment. If tomorrow, God forbid, they had to find out that she was no longer with them, it is a whole separate entity, a whole different thing. The same thing that I've gone through, the same thing that Checking his family is going through. It'd be a whole different type of mind frame that the parents of Summer would have to go through, on top of all these assholes that have been harassing them for years. Do you think they would stop if that day happened tomorrow? Fuck no. They would double down and hit the gas. And hit the gas. Tomorrow, when you watch a live at Checking and listen to her family and stuff, I want you to think about the Wells. What you see on YouTube, what they've been through. Just now, regular, last 2 years. What if they were going through what you're seeing with Checking's family? It's fucked up. And that's why I do it, people.
Much love, man. Until the next one, I'm up out of here.